We're playing Legacy Cascade combo, and it's all based around creative technique, but today we're playing some spice, Yorion Sky Nomad. That's weird, but we're also playing new inclusions like Mind's Desire and Immersion Ultimatum. It's Legacy Mississippi River. Let's go check it out. In front of you is Legacy Cascade combo, and it's known as Mississippi River. This video comes to you as a donation deck from community member Leandra Stoltenberg, who wanted to see the deck in action after I faced it roughly a month ago in a video. It's the Magic Online user Taku123's deck list, and the whole idea behind the deck is that you're a Cascade strategy, and the key card is Creative Technique. This 5-mana card with Demonstrate, which means that you can copy it, but you also give your opponent a copy, and then you reveal the cards from the top of your deck until you hit a non-land. You can cast that spell for free. Okay, so you also have Violent Outburst to cascade into Tibalt's Trickery to counter your own Violent Outburst, and then you mill the top 3 cards at random, or 1, 2, or 3. You pick a number and then mill at random, and then you reveal until you cast a card and then cast it for free. So the idea is that you want to hit really big expensive cards with Cascade, like this Apex Devastator. New cards in this build today are Emergent Ultimatum, which is a Pioneer All-Star and Lotus Field combo, where you get to search your library for 3 monocolored cards, like this Apex Devastator, and you pick 3, your opponent chooses 1 to go back into the deck, and then you cast 2 of them for free. So this card actually puts you up a card. Or Mind's Desire, which is really good in the Cascade deck because you end up with a whole stream of spells, which is why people like to call this deck Mississippi River, is that you end up cascading and cascading and cascading, much like a river. And that means that eventually you can win the game with this Noise Marine's Enter the Battlefield trigger, which deals damage to a target equal to the number of spells you've played this turn. Okay, alternatively, if you want to attack to win, Maelstrom Wanderer gives all of your creatures haste, so after you play all of your Apex Devastators, you can swing for lethal that way. So it's a really fun, explosive combo deck, but it's also pretty linear. Why it's playable, in my opinion, is that all of your answers are built into the mana base. You have 4 copies of Beside You Who Endures, or 4 copies of Otawara Soaring City to answer problematic permanents or creatures or whatever. So you don't have to play answers in your deck that force you to fizzle, because it's all built into your mana base, and it's just so smooth. In the sideboard, we have Chancellor of the Annex, Leyline of the Void. These are all cards where they try to not interrupt your own Cascade issues. You don't really want to cascade into Leyline of the Void, but it's so powerful against those graveyard strategies where the risk is worth it. Chancellor of the Annex is nice because it doesn't get seen by the Violent Outburst Cascade. It does go into play off of Creative Technique, but against a combo deck where you're bringing in Chancellor of the Annex, it's not the end of the world. I'll be honest with you, I don't think Yorion Sky Nomad adds a whole lot to the deck, but I think the upside of playing it today is that you get a higher density of Cascade cards because you get to play Shardless Agent and you get to play the 4th copy of Tibalt's Trickery. How this deck fizzles is the interesting or tough part about it. When you play 4 copies of Tibalt's Trickery and 80 cards in your main deck, you're less likely to fizzle, because if you play a Violent Outburst, you Tibalt's Trickery, and then you mill 1, 2, or 3 cards at random, and then you reveal another Tibalt's Trickery, that's a problem. But if you have 80 cards in your deck, you're less likely to mill another Tibalt's Trickery, which means that you're going to be more consistent. So the 80 card combo deck with extra Cascade spells and the 4th Tibalt's Trickery is actually more consistent than the 60 card build. That is the idea here. And then you get a Yorion Sky Nomad kind of for free. There's no real benefit in this deck to blinking it, I guess, outside of like maybe Noise Marine. But that's it. And I think if you're blinking a Noise Marine, you're in a really bad state. So that's my explained deck tech. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you do, like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. But for now, we're going to hop on into match number 1 and see if we can, maybe trophy with this unique Storm deck.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, early access to videos, exclusive members-only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, like theepicstorm.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via theepicstorm.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic.
Welcome to the first match. We are on the play. Ooh, I get to reveal a companion. I completely forgot about that. It almost caught me off guard. Alright, so this is a turn 2 Shardless Agent, and then we have Throes of Chaos to back it up. I am down to keep this. This could be a turn 2 win on the play. I have no idea what our opponent's playing today, but this seems powerful to me. We'll play Hickory Woodlot and pass the turn. Are we playing the mirror match? They just played a Surprise and Scary. Oh my. Okay, I don't think it really matters which land I play here. We'll Violent Outburst. And now we'll Cascade until we reveal our Tibalt's Trickery. I think we're playing the mirror match right now. Tibalt's Trickery, target my Violent Outburst, and now we mill a few cards at random, assuming that this resolves. No, they have a Force of Will. Exile Show and Tell. Okay, so it's not the mirror match, but we do get to try again on our turn. They play a land. Another Show and Tell. We'll just put City of Brass in play. Coveted Jewel, so they're Jewel combo. Okay. Copy Artifact. Our opponent played a Transmute Artifact for another copy of Coveted Jewel. Grim Monolith. I mean, what an open, by the way. Force of Will into a turn 2 win. Impressive. And now they're playing Stock Up. Another Copy Artifact. We are dead here. I mean, the odds that they fizzle here with 10 cards in hand is so low. Now a Phyrexian Metamorph. This will copy the Coveted Jewel. Transmute Artifact. This gets another Coveted Jewel. Oh no, they're going for the Paradox Engine. Okay. So now they'll untap all of their artifacts, so they have infinite mana at this point. They imprint a Force of Will, so we're definitely dead. And now they play the One Ring. Sure. Alright, I've seen enough. We can go to the next game. What a bummer. We had such a good hand, too. But our opponent's draw was even better, and that does happen. Alright, so do we want to change anything here? I guess, like, Chancellor of the Annex could protect our combo. Slows them down a hair, maybe? I think we're supposed to just resubmit. I know that it felt bad that we got goldfished or whatever, but I don't even think Chancellor of the Annex is that powerful in this matchup. Like, they're playing Ancient Tombs and Chrome Moxes and everything else, so I think it's kind of a mistake to have that card in our deck. So we'll reveal the Yorion. This is a turn 2 Throes of Chaos. I think we keep that. They mulligan to 6. We'll play the Sandstone Needle and pass the turn. They play Ancient Tomb. And now we'll play City of Traders and try a Throes of Chaos. Reveal Violent Outburst. Okay. This will guarantee hit a Tibalt's Trickery. We'll Tibalt's Trickery on the Violent Outburst. Reveal Emergent Ultimatum. I would like to cast that. Please resolve. I would love it if this resolved. I love this card so much. And it does resolve. Okay, we're going to grab Apex Devastator, Mind's Desire, and I think the other one is supposed to be Call Forth the Tempest. And they're supposed to put Apex Devastator on the bottom, I believe. We'll see what they do. We'll do Call Forth the Tempest and Apex Devastator. Let's go. We have a river going, and they concede. Turn 2 win. Alright. So I could bring in Chancellor on the draw. I still think it's not very good against the Chromox Ancient Tomb deck, though. I'm going to just send it back. Game 3, we're on the draw. Our opponent's taking a mulligan. We're going to keep because, once again, we have a turn 2 Violent Outburst. So, our deck is doing the thing. Like, so far, it seemed very consistent. Maybe Yorion Sky Nomad was the truth the whole time. This is actually turn 2 Violent Outburst into turn 3 Creative Technique Hardcast, which is pretty impressive. Alright. They kept 6. Ancient Tomb. And they passed the turn. We'll play our Sandstone Needle. Send it back. Another Ancient Tomb. Okay. And the One Ring. So our deck cannot kill through the One Ring. But we could set up a really impressive turn. Make a green. Violent Outburst. You have to be really careful with City of Brass because there's no undoing it on Magic Online. Alright, Tibalt's Trickery. Reveals Mind's Desire for 3. Could be a little risky. Because we do play 40 lands. 1. Oh, we hit an Emergent Ultimatum. Okay, we'll play Emergent Ultimatum. Let's effing go. Apex Devastator. Mind's Desire. And Call Forth the Tempest. We'll do Call Forth the Tempest and then Mind's Desire. All right, Desire triggers for 6. Maybe I should have done the Cascades on Call Forth the Tempest first. I don't know how the Storm trigger checks there. I'm sure somebody will correct me in the comment section, but just a random thought. Regardless Agent, Tibalt's Trickery. We'll counter the Call Forth the Tempest. It's another Tibalt's Trickery. Counter the Tibalt's Trickery? I don't know. Maybe that was a mistake. Now we Cascade again into a Shardless Agent and Tibalt's Trickery. This is the last one. Into another Mind's Desire. Okay. Just exiling our whole deck here. And by our whole deck, I mean we're down to like 30 cards. I don't think we could beat a One Ring. I really don't. We'll play the Shardless Agent. I don't believe there's anything for me to reveal anymore. It's just a 2/2 creature. Play the Throes of Chaos because I can. Into Violent Outburst. I guess I'm not going to Cascade into this now, so that's an upside. Okay. Another Throes of Chaos. Into Violent Outburst. 13 cards left. I guess, okay, my bad. 29. Because I revealed a bunch of cards. I was like, 13 cards left is not a lot. Okay. And now we'll play Emergent Ultimatum. We'll do Creative Technique and Apex Devastator. And I guess a Noise Marine. We'll play the Apex Devastator and the Noise Marine. I do not want to play Mind's Desire. I would deck myself at this point, so I'm choosing to not cast it. Creative Technique. We will not demonstrate. No. Reveal another Apex Devastator. I don't think I want to Emergent Ultimatum either. Creative Technique. No. Sure, we'll play the Throes of Chaos, which I don't think has any targets left, but we'll see. Now we Cascade again. No to Emergent Ultimatum. Yes to Maelstrom Wanderer. I wonder if there should be a way in here, because like it seems really easy to deck yourself with Desire if there was like one Jace Wielder of Mysteries or something, but I guess that's bad because it forces you to fizzle, and you don't want to have cards in your deck that force you to fizzle. Say no to the other Maelstrom Wanderer. I feel like I'm probably going to end up passing the turn soon. No to Mind's Desire. Noise Marine has no targets. Oh, I have to choose a target here. That's not good. Alright, I guess I'll target the Shardless Agent. I have to shoot my own thing. So maybe it's not worth playing the other Noise Marines. And I think I have to pass. If I'm dead, I'm dead. There's not a whole lot I can do to prevent it. No point in attacking. They have protection from everything. They go to 15. They activate the One Ring. They have 8 cards in their hand. Throw Mox. This is their first blue mana. They imprint a Show and Tell. 6 cards. Sink into Stupor is a land. They're down to 12. Down to 10 when they tap Ancient Tomb. Transmute Artifact. This gets them Coveted Jewel. We really need them to fizzle here. 4 mana for a copy artifact. Okay, I don't think they're going to fizzle. This deck needed a way to beat the One Ring, and it doesn't have one. Another copy artifact. Now a transmute artifact. This can go get the Paradox Engine. So now they have roughly infinite mana. It just depends on if they have enough cards in hand to kill me. Ooh. Alright, I don't think they're running out of cards now. Pretty sure we're dead. Another Coveted Jewel. And they draw Grim Monolith. Okay. I feel like there has to be some sort of big expensive card you could play in this deck in order to beat the One Ring. Like, I don't know what it is, but it feels like a deck building error to not have anything in your deck that beats the One Ring. Like, we have all these sideboard slots that realistically we're probably not going to use. So I'm surprised there isn't anything in this deck to beat the One Ring. Like, when I build my Storm decks, I try to put in something to beat the One Ring. This deck just has nothing, which is a little odd. Because it's not like the One Ring is just in this, like, you know, not very popular mono blue jewel combo deck. It's in one of the best decks in the format, the Mystic Forge combo deck. So you'd think that the person that was working on this list had some sort of card. I don't know what it would be off the top of my head, but there's probably something there. They just played Emrakul the Aeon's Torn, and now they're making more mana. Phyrexian Metamorph. Okay. We're going to copy Emrakul, so this shuffles back in the Emrakul. Okay. And now Grim Monolith. And the One Ring up to 6. Another Coveted Jewel. And Emrakul again. So that's going to do it, because they're going to have 2 attack steps with Emrakul the Aeon's Torn. Alright, so we lose match number 1, unfortunately, and we're 0-1 to start off this Legacy League.
Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks.
Let's bounce back. It's match number 2. We're on the play. Reveal our Yorion Sky Nomad. This is a turn 2 Violent Outburst. We keep these. Okay. We'll play Sandstone Needle and pass the turn. I have Ugin. Okay. So I don't think they're going to be able to interact here, so we just need our deck to not fizzle. Make a green mana with the Mossfire Valley, and then play Violent Outburst. Tibalt's Trickery, target our own Violent Outburst. Call forth the Tempest. Sweet. Throes of Chaos. Tibalt's Trickery, counter your own Throes of Chaos into Creative Technique. I don't think I need to demonstrate at this point, so I'm not going to. Apex Devastator. And this game is over. Another Creative Technique. No. Mind's Desire. Let's go! Now this is a Storm deck. We had another Apex Devastator, a bunch of lands, a Noise Marine. They're dead. I mean, they were probably dead even without the Mind's Desire, but we're just going bananas. Emergent Ultimatum, Mind's Desire, Creative Technique, Apex Devastator. Okay. This is bananas. Like, this is really sweet. We'll do Creative Technique and then another Mind's Desire. I just should stop casting things because we've already won, or at least for the most part, we've already won. So I just need to win the game and not burn as much clock. Creative Technique. Yeah, we'll play Noise Marine. I'm not going to play the Violent Outburst. I just want to try to win this at this point. Noise Marine, target you. Apex Devastator. I'm not going to play Tibalt's Trickery. I'm just trying to win this at this point. No. Devastator. Call forth the Tempest Cascade. We'll play a Creative Technique, I guess. No. There's the Maelstrom Wanderer for haste, and that's going to be the game. No. No. And let's just go to combat. Swing. Okay. Well, that was sweet. Take that, Eldrazi player. We probably want the Natural Reclamation, and maybe even Volcanic Torment. And I wonder if you're supposed to sideboard out Mind's Desire here. Might be crazy. Or you can like board it down to 2, and then we'll shave 2 Emergent Ultimatum. Game number 2, we're on the draw. So this is a turn 3 Violent Outburst. I wonder if you're supposed to mulligan these. Like, it's just a little slow, and our deck is so good at playing it on turn 2. Like, this is a turn 2, so we'll keep. Get rid of City of Brass, or is Sandstone Needle worse? I think the Sandstone Needle might be worse, so we'll try this. They play Ancient Tomb, Lotus Petal, Glaring Fleshraker, you got it. Another Lotus Petal, and they pass the turn. We'll play the Surprising Scary, and send it back. 3 mana for an Eldrazi Obligator, okay. I go to 18 off the Glaring Fleshraker. And then they can attack for 5, which will put me now to 13. The question is, do they have anything to do with the remaining 2 mana? Ooh, they didn't attack with the Glaring Fleshraker. That's a mistake. Now they play a Disruptor Flute. Okay. So if they name Tibalt's Trickery, I have to wait. They probably should have waited for me to put Shardless Agent on the stack. Like, I don't think you needed to play this at sorcery speed, because it could have disrupted me more if they had just done it in response to a Cascade spell. They named Shardless Agent. What? That's wild. Well, I drew Violent Outburst. Okay. We'll play Violent Outburst. I can't believe that they named Shardless Agent. That's so wild. Alright. And now we Mind's Desire for 3, which, once again, we're playing 40 lands. This is not deterministic. Desire. We reveal a Noise Marine. Okay. Emergent Ultimatum. Let's party. We'll play Emergent Ultimatum. Well, they decided to Mindbreak Trap now instead of on the Mind's Desire, which is a little odd. We'll play Noise Marine. Throes of Chaos. Yeah, I think they definitely used that Mindbreak Trap at the wrong time. Ooh, I can't even play the Shardless Agent. I mean, I'll try. I'm pretty sure I can't. Yeah, I can't. Okay. So the Noise Marine will have kill the Glaring Fleshraker, and I have to pass the turn. Our opponent attacks with the Eldrazi Obligator will block. You draw a City of Traders. I think we play Ancient Tomb and deal ourselves a bunch of damage here. And then we'll Throes of Chaos from the graveyard. Discard City of Traders. Violent Outburst. And now we'll Tibalt's Trickery on the Violent Outburst. Apex Devastator. Pretty good. Another Throes of Chaos. I can't play Shardless Agent. Natural Reclamation. That's perfect. And our opponent concedes the match. Well, we got to win. I don't know if I deserved this game too, but I'll take it. We're 1-1.
Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $15.99. This token combo pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens featuring classic Storm and Mana tokens with new inclusions such as our modern Ruby Storm package, but that's not all. Our token pack covers a variety of formats from Pauper to CDH with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game.
Round number 3, we're on the draw. This hand is unplayable. Send it back. This is a turn 3. I think we can do better. I'll go to 5. So we have turn 2 Throes of Cast, but we don't have red mana. I'll go to 4. I think this deck can operate on 4. Well, this hand doesn't. Down to 3. Oh no. Okay. All the cards on the bottom. I don't think going down to 2 is right. Well, joke's on them if they play Thoughtseize. Mishra's Bauble. They draw on my upkeep. We'll play Hickory Woodlot and pass the turn. Mishra's Bauble. Urza's Bauble. Okay. Volcanic Island. And now they'll draw some cards in the upkeep. They must have kept a heavily interactive hand. Throes of Chaos. Pass the turn. So I could play it next turn, but I'd be playing right into Daze. So I think that maybe I'm supposed to continue to wait for a Steel Cutter and a Lightning Bolt. They only have 3 cards in their hand. So this knocks me down to 17. And now they swing. Mossfire Valley. I'm going to wait one more turn just to play around Daze. Like, I'm at 15. I have a little bit of life. I don't think it's the end of the world. I'll go to 13. Are we... Like, there's a chance I win this on a mulligan to 3. That is wild. We'll play Boseiju Indoors. Activate the Mossfire Valley. Throes of Chaos. Violent Outburst. And Tibalt's Trickery on Throes of Chaos. So if they have a Force of Will, they would like to Force of Will this. And they do. They exiled Daze, so waiting was a good call. They have 2 cards left in their hand. And now they'll drop to 3. Another Quarry Steel Cutter. Okay. And now they'll attack for 3. I go to 10. Alright. I mean, this is what we've been waiting for. This is my chance to win on a mulligan to 3. I guess I should probably play out a land to play around Daze a little bit. Or like a Spell Pierce. We'll play out the Otawara. And Throes of Chaos, discard City of Brass. Cascade. It's Tibalt's Trickery. Target the Throes of Chaos. They have another Force of Will. Wow. Okay. So I do get to try again next turn. Assuming that I'm not dead. They draw a Dragon's Rage Channeler. They can equip the Quarry Steel Cutter to give it haste. Okay. I mean, as long as I don't fizzle here, I think we've got it. We just drew the Violent Outburst. We'll play it. Tibalt's Trickery. It's Mind's Desire for 3. Ugh. Okay. Shardless Agent. City of Traders. Mossfire Valley. We have 1 Tibalt's Trickery left. Counter my own Shardless Agent. It's Call Forth the Tempest. So at the bare minimum, we'll get to wipe their board. And we revealed a Emergent Ultimatum. They're dead. Apex Devastator. Mind's Desire. And a Call Forth the Tempest. Alright, and they concede. We won on a mulligan to 3, where we kept 3 lands. How about that? That was pretty impressive. No sideboarding changes for me. I guess you could say maybe Volcanic Torrent. I said Torment earlier, but it's Torrent. And then we'll shave a Desire and an Emergent Ultimatum. Let's try this. Alright, game 2 on the draw. I don't think I'm supposed to be trying to go fast, so I will keep. Basically... They're going to be boarding in a bunch of copies of Consign to Memory, and I think just like keeping hands that have a lot of lands in them is good. So that's what I'm doing. We'll play Hickory Woodlot and pass. They play another Dragon's Rage Channeler, Wasteland. Okay. They attack for 1, we'll play the Surprise and Scary and pass. Brainstorm. They get to Surveil 2. They play Volcanic Island. And another Brainstorm. So they must not have Consign to Memory because they're just not representing it this game. Also, they opened up on a very aggressive start when I kept a really slow hand. So things are not looking good. We'll go to 13. Yikes. You know what? We're not winning this one. I'd rather just save my time and go to game number 3. Okay, so I was punished for my keep. I completely understand. We're going to try again. Alright, our 7 is terrible. Send it back. Ay, ay, ay. I think we keep this. Get rid of the gemstone mine. Play Suppressing Scary and pass. Our opponent plays Polluted Delta. They fetch Volcanic Island into Ponder. We'll play Ancient Tomb and pass the turn. Wasteland. Quarry Steel Cutter. So once again, not representing Consigned to Memory. That said, I don't have any Cascade cards right now. They use the Urza's Bauble, and we reveal Apex Devastator. Ouch. Hickory Woodlot, we'll play that and pass. They're going to Brainstorm, Misty Rainforest, Mishra's Bauble. Okay. They look at our top card. They destroy the Hickory Woodlot. I think I'm going to bounce the larger Monk. Try to buy myself a little bit of time here. So I'll take 2 down to 14. They'll draw off the Bauble. Another Ancient Tomb. We'll play that. Pass the turn. So I could minus Desire for 1. I just don't think that's worth it. Another Brainstorm. Mishra's Bauble. They use the Mishra's Bauble. And another Wasteland. That hurts. Okay. So this is 5. I go to 9. I could be dead next turn. Gemstone Mine is not good enough. We'll play it and pass. I felt like both of my draws in these post-board games were a little anemic. Like, I could have mulliganed the 7 in game 2. But I don't think I'm supposed to just hard mulligan when my opponent boarded in a pile of Consigned to Memories. That seems like a mistake to me. We'll play the Mossfire Valley. Pass the turn. So I'm at 6. I'm dead to like a Lightning Bolt. But I have Otawara to bounce a Monk. No blocks. Alright, I'm at 3. I can only use one of these Ancient Tombs. Still nothing. Okay. Brutal. We just drew nothing. So, maybe I was supposed to mulligan those? I'm not sure. Like, I guess I could cast... No, I can't even cast the Desire. Yeah. Alright, so we were punished. I'm 1-2 now. I'm not sure if I played this round correctly, but I also felt like our draws were pretty terrible. So, maybe a combination of both. Like, maybe I should have gone to 5. I definitely should have mulliganed to game 2, I think. I think I was too worried about Wasteland and being Wastelanded out of the game. In both games, they drew a lot of Wastelands, but I think maybe I just have to accept that and I can't keep expensive spells plus lands. So, learning experience here. We'll go play match number 4.
The Gold Sabertooth times the Epic Storm collection has arrived with 3 full-size tokens showcasing the beloved Dark Ritual, CDH Rogsai, and Legacy of the Epic Storm for just $5. On the backs of these tokens, there's a place for my signature or a custom message. In addition to these sweet tokens, a friendly reminder that all orders that ship from theepicstorm.com also come with a signed Storm token from yours truly.
Match 4 on the play. Reveal our Yorion Sky Nomad. This is not a turn 2. It is our turn 3 on the play. Maybe we keep it. It's Resilient to Thoughtseize, which is decent. Play Sandstone Needle, pass the turn. They play Flooded Strand, Underground Sea, and Ponder. You draw Apex Devastator, which wasn't amazing. We'll pass the turn. I cannot play the Shardless Agent. Polluted Delta. You drew Otawara. This allows me to play Shardless Agent, so I think we'll do that instead of the Noise Marine. Just because the Noise Marine loses to a Daze here. Shardless Agent. Cast the Tibalt's Trickery, target the Shardless Agent. They Brainstorm in response. Tibalt's Trickery back on the stack. And it's met with a Force of Will. Exiling Narcomoeba. Okay. And we end up with a Shardless Agent in play. I do wonder if they were supposed to just counter the Shardless Agent, because then the Tibalt's Trickery fizzles. They search out Meticulous Archive. Narcomoeba. Off of the Archive Surveil, and they swing. Ouch. I go to 18. Bring in the pain. We'll play City of Traders, and let's play the Noise Marine. Throes of Chaos. Okay, now the Cascade trigger. Shardless Agent. Look at all these spells. Now we hit a Tibalt's Trickery. We'll counter the Throes of Chaos. It's a Mind's Desire. Don't mind if I do. Let's go. Desire for 5. It's a Violent Outburst, Creative Technique, Call Forth the Tempest, a land, and another land. So Shardless Agent resolves, Noise Marine, target them. Let's play Call Forth the Tempest. Firm is 6. Another Noise Marine. Okay, I see you, and I appreciate you. Throws of Chaos, and the opponent concedes. Nice. I will bring in Leyline of the Void. I wonder if you're allowed to just board out lands. Like, that's a question I've had throughout this entire league is, like, am I really allowed to do that? And I haven't done it yet, but it's something that's been in the back of my mind. We'll try boarding out 2 City of Traders, 1 Emergent Ultimatum, and 1 Mind's Desire. Reveal our Yorion Sky Nomad. Oh, baby, we have Leyline and a turn 3 Noise Marine? Keep. Leyline of the Void. They have a Marsh Flats. Cameo Inquisitive Student. We'll play Sandstone Needle and pass the turn. Under City Sewers. They kept a card on top. They'll attack, investigate, which means that they get to create a clue. Pass the turn. Violent Outburst. I'll play the Mossfire Valley and pass. I can always Violent Outburst on their turn to avoid Force of Negation. Or if they like tap 2 mana to draw a card, I could, in response, Cascade to avoid like a Consign to Memory. They investigate. And I think I'll just hold. We'll play City of Brass. Pass the turn. Alright, they draw a card. If they fetch here, I can Violent Outburst. And they don't. Urza's Saga. The Fairy Time Raveler. I would like to respond. Violent Outburst. It looks like they had the Consign to Memory, which is why they weren't tapping their mana. Yep. Okay. Now they can bounce the Leyline and the Teferi shuts off my combo. But they plus the Teferi instead, which is a little interesting. Tibalt's Trickery, not a particularly good draw. I'll play Gemstone Mine and just pass. Saga goes to the second chapter. They play a Scrubland. They swing. They plus the Teferi Time Raveler again. They draw with the Clue token. Again with the Clue token. This will now transform the Tameo Inquisitive Student. They have 6 cards in their hand. Another Noise Marine. Okay, so I can play Noise Marines and just deal Tameo 1. Or not Tameo, Teferi 1. Play the Noise Marine. I'm unable to play the spell due to Teferi Time Raveler. I can deal the Teferi 1 and pass the turn. We are likely dead here, but we'll see. They made a construct, so maybe I'm not dead. Who knows? They bounced the Leyline, so a Cephalid Illusionist would be lethal. And now they brainstorm. They fetch with Polluted Delta, and there it is. Alright, we'll go to game 3. I don't feel like sitting through this. I have a pretty good idea of what's already in their deck, so I don't need to look. Alright, so on the play for game 3. I'm good to just send it back. On the play. Reveal our Yorion. This seems fine. I'll keep. Turn 1 Suppress and Scary. Pass the turn. Polluted Delta. They fetch. My best draw is likely Shardless Agent, so that way I can turn 2 Cascade while they're tapped out. They did not shuffle with Ponder. They kept. Tibalt's Trickery. Not an amazing draw here. Definitely want those in the deck. They play Polluted Delta and a Ponder. They did not shuffle with the Ponder. They now shuffle with Polluted Delta, so they wanted one of the cards. They search out a Scrubland and a Cabal Therapy. Okay. They named Throes of Chaos. How about that? The card with Retrace. That said, I do have Creative Technique on my turn, and I can demonstrate to play through Force of Will. So that is what I will be doing. Oh, they have Surgical. That's why they named it. They're paying the cost for Surgical right now. Okay, well that makes a lot more sense why they would name Throes of Chaos. We'll play City of Traders, make a red, and Creative Technique. I would like to demonstrate this. By demonstrating, I get to play through Force of Will. And they're going to force the original. Okay. Demonstrate. Yes. So they get a copy that resolves first. And they reveal a Shuko. Okay. And now my second Creative Technique. I reveal a Noise Marine. Tibalt's Trickery. Counter my own Noise Marine into a Creative Technique. I'll say yes to the demonstrate. They reveal a Narcomoeba. You can have your Narcomoeba. Creative Technique. Call forth the Tempest. I think we've got it. Leyline of the Void. Another Creative Technique. I'm not going to demonstrate because at this point I think I lose to an Orm's Chant, so I'm not going to play into it. Mind's Desire for 11. Here we go. Yes. We are in Party Town. Call forth the Tempest. And now the original Creative Technique. Shardless Agent. Tibalt's Trickery. Counter the Shardless Agent. Violent Outburst. I will Tibalt's Trickery from exile because I revealed it to Mind's Desire. We had to call forth the Tempest. I'll play the Violent Outburst, but we don't have any targets left, so it's just the spell to get out of my deck. Another Violent Outburst. Okay. Storm 18. I believe Noise Marine just wins the game, so we'll play it. It's a really expensive Grape Shot. Storm 20. I will 20 you. Noise Marine is just the new Grape Shot, you know, clearly. Here's the evidence. Okay, so we got our second win. We're now 2-2. Let's go win match number 5 and finish this with a positive record.
The best Legacy podcast? That would be Eternal Glory featuring myself, Bryant Cook, alongside Brian Koval and Phil Gallagher. We're available on all major podcast platforms and YouTube.
The final round of this Legacy League, we're on the draw. I have a turn 2 Violent Outburst and a turn 3, actually no I don't, I'm 1 mana short. I was going to say a turn 3 Noise Marine or Creative Technique, but I have 4 mana, not 5. Our opponent with a mulligan to 4. Okay. I don't know if I love that. It might mean oops all spells. Yep, we're getting oopsed. No turn 1 win. Well, we can't turn 1 win, so we have to hope that they don't have a turn 2 either. We'll play Hickory Woodlot past the turn. Please don't have it. Please don't have it. Please don't have it. Untap. Oh, a tap land. Okay, so we get a chance. Play City of Brass. I always get so nervous with City of Brass because you cannot undo the mana you make on Magic Online because of the damage trigger. So it just makes me extremely uncomfortable. Tibalt's Trickery. Reveals Maelstrom Wanderer. I believe we've won. Throes of Chaos. Into Shardless Agent. This will find another Tibalt's Trickery. Counter the Throes of Chaos. Into Creative Technique. I will demonstrate because their deck is full of cards that don't matter. And they concede. We've gotten game number 1 over Oops All Spells. Okay, so now we get to bring in Chancellor of the Annex and Leyline of the Void. Also this Valgavoth Terror Eater. But I feel like if you've gotten this in play, you've already sort of won the game. I don't know if it's actually that effective here. So we're probably supposed to take out Mind's Desire. A couple copies of City of Traders. Or maybe that's wrong. Because they do allow you to be fast. I don't think we need Call Forth the Tempest. Need 4 more cuts. Is it Emergent Ultimatum? I really don't know. I'll try Emergent Ultimatum. I'm worried that our deck is going to fizzle without Mind's Desire and Emergent Ultimatum, but we'll see. Reveal our Yorion Sky Nomad. So this is Chancellor plus Leyline, but we don't have lands. We do play 40 lands, though. I think we keep. Our opponent with a mulligan to 5. We'll reveal Chancellor of the Annex, reveal Leyline of the Void. They play an untap land and Lotus Petal. They pay for the trigger. We need to draw lands. Well, there's one. We'll play Gemstone Mine, pass the turn. And now they just pass. I'm 1 mana away now. Any untapped land. They play another land. They have 4 cards. Boom. Let's go. Violent Outburst. Tibalt's Trickery. And our opponent concedes the match. Don't you hate it when Oops All Spells loses? You know, I certainly do. And we finished with a 3-2 record. So I thought the deck was pretty sweet. My concern with the deck list is that Mind's Desire for 3 off of Violent Outburst, Tibalt's Trickery into Desire is very risky. With 40 lands, Mind's Desire makes me very nervous. That said, if you get to do the thing and then Mind's Desire, it makes the deck almost deterministic. So it's a high variance card. We were never punished. But it makes me just a little bit nervous. So I wonder if there's a better card here. There might not be, but I love playing Mind's Desire. So that was certainly a big boost for this deck. In the sideboard, I like most of the sideboard. I think the card that I'm less impressed with is the Valgavoth Terror Eaters. I think there's probably a better card you could be playing. So maybe the Mind's Desires in the main deck. Definitely the Valgavoth Terror Eater in the sideboard. Those would be slots I think you could experiment with. Thank you to Leon Gross-Stoltenberg for the donation deck. I really do appreciate your continued support over the years. We both love Cycle Storm and we work on it together, so I do value that. And shout out to Magic Online user Taku123. If you're interested in developments on this deck, follow them and see, you know, the latest and greatest changes to Legacy Mississippi River combo. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and as always, keep storming.
Hey, Bryant Cook, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. There's no better way to support our channel. If you're interested in elevating your combo game, visit theepicstorm.com/tutoring for details about our coaching sessions. Don't worry, there's more great combo content coming right up.